Right, we have this expression and we have to rearrange it and put it in that form and hence find out what a and b are. Okay, well, look at this. We see we have x squared minus 9 on the bottom, and immediately you should recognize that as being in the form of the difference of two squares. Okay, x squared minus 9, so you've got something squared minus a number. That means that can be factorized as x plus 3 times x minus 3. And we've got an x minus 3 and an x plus 3 there, so we can already see where that's going to come from. Okay, so let's get on with it. We've got a 2 there, and this is over x minus 3, and that's over x plus 3. So why don't we immediately put everything all over the same thing, the same denominator, straight away. If that 2 weren't there, we'd multiply this by x plus 3 and this by x minus 3 to get the denominator as x minus 3 times x plus 3. So we'll just multiply 2 by x minus 3 times x plus 3, top and bottom as well. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so that is equal to 2 times x minus 3 times x plus 3. What I was trying to say was we just multiply the 2 by x minus 3 times x plus 3 on the top and on the bottom, right? So x minus 3, x plus 3, okay? With any number, you can multiply it by whatever you want as long as you also divide it by the same thing, because that is still just 2, because that cancels, you're just left with 2. Okay. So this now, that minus is at the same level as the dividing line, okay? So that's the same as minus 1 multiplied by the whole thing. Be careful of that. That minus doesn't belong just to that x. That's important. Okay, so it's minus. Now, we've got x minus 3 already, so we want to multiply top and bottom by x plus 3. So that's x plus 2 times x plus 3 all over x minus 3 times x plus 3. Right, this one, same thing, the minus is at the same level as the dividing sign. So we've already got x plus 3, we want x minus 3 times x plus 3, so we'll multiply top and bottom by x minus 3. So we, we get x minus 6 times x minus 3 all over x plus 3 times x minus 3. Okay, so it's just simple fractions. Same principles as just like a very simple fraction like 2/3. Put everything over the same denominator. Okay, so what next? Let's spread this out slightly just in case. Right, so well, we know that this is going to be x squared minus 9 on the bottom, okay? Let's multiply out every term on top. So this one, we get 2 times x is x squared. So we're going to get plus 3x minus 3x, so they cancel. That's why there's no x term in difference of two squares. And minus 3 times plus 3 is minus 9. Okay? I don't think there's any need for me to spread it out actually. Let's write them underneath. Okay, so we get equals 2 times x squared minus 9 all over, that's the same thing, it's x squared minus 9. Okay, minus, well, again, it's all over x squared minus 9, difference of two squares. Right, on the top we have x times x is x squared, plus 3x plus 2x is plus 5x. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, next, x squared minus 9 on the bottom, x squared, right, minus 3x minus 6x is minus 9x, minus 6 times minus 3 is plus 18. And remember, for these two terms, that minus is multiplying the whole thing. Okay, that's minus 1 times the whole lot. Okay, good. So that becomes, well, we can put everything over x squared minus 9, okay, because these three terms are all over the same thing. So multiply this out, we get 2x squared minus 18. Okay, now I'm going to write that in brackets, because again, as I keep banging on about, very important, that minus, because it's at the same level as this dividing sign, okay, it's multiplying the whole lot. So that becomes minus x squared minus 5x minus 6, okay? Don't fall into that trap. So many people will end up with minus x squared plus 5x plus 6 there. Don't make that mistake, okay? Same thing here. Minus x squared. Minus times a minus is a plus 9x. Minus times plus minus 18. Okay? So that becomes, well, it's all going to be over x squared minus 9. We've already got that. So 2x squared minus x squared minus x squared. 0. Good. Right, the x's. Minus 5x plus 9x. That's 9x minus 5x, which is 4x. Okay. Now the numbers. Minus 18. Minus 18 is minus 36. Minus 6 is minus 42. And that's all of them. So we've done it. That's it. So therefore, comparing that with what we were aiming for in the first place, A is 4 and B is minus 42. There we go. So, what are the lessons from this video? Practice your algebra. It's just algebra, isn't it? It's just long-winded algebra, and you do have to be careful with this minus sign business, okay? Remember, I'll say it one more time, when the minus is at the same level as the dividing sign, it's like minus 1 multiplying the whole thing. So here, minus the whole lot. So it becomes minus x squared minus 5x minus 6. Okay, there you go. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please click the like button, and it would be a massive help if you could subscribe. It would also be amazing if you could support me on Patreon. All the papers and everything are on my website, drjem.com, and I'm also on social media. Thank you.